Chef Thomas Keller has won just about every award you can imagine for a chef and restaurateur, including Michelin 3-star honors for Per Se here in New York and the French Laundry in California's Napa Valley.
Chef Keller has just published his 5th cookbook, Bouchon Bakery, and we're quite simply thrilled. Rebecca is especially thrilled, in case you hadn't known. One of the nation's preeminent chefs is here with us this morning for his ultimate dish. Chef Keller has chosen a childhood favorite. This is a surprise: grilled cheese and tomato soup. Chef Keller, thanks for being here. Welcome.
It's a real pleasure. It's wonderful. And to be able to share what, I think so many Americans consider one of their iconic memories from childhood, which is that beautiful tomato soup and the grilled cheese sandwich hot off the grill.
Now, why did you pick this?
Well, again, because of memories. I think that food resonates with so many of us emotionally,
right.
And when you taste things that you've had when you're a child or throughout your life, it kind of takes you back to those memories.
So how does this resonate with you?
Well, there's always the opportunity also to do it better than what you can remember.
Right.
So that's always the challenge for a chef, is try to make it better than what we remember.
What's your secret to making this one better?
Well, I think it's really, there's a couple things. Number one, making sure that you have a high quality cheese. Number two is the bread and the thickness of the bread. Sometimes the bread can be too thick, so I like it a little thinner. And then, of course, the clarified butter, which gets that really outside, that crispy, and cooking it nice and slow so the cheese really, really melts and gets that real gooey texture that we all love so much. And then the tomato soup, I think, what we like to use is really high-quality canned San Marzano tomatoes, because we want that consistent flavor in our tomato soup. So, a high-quality San Marzano tomato makes a beautiful, beautiful pureed tomato soup.
Are you a dipper? Do you
I am
dip?
a dipper, of
you
course.
Do?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love to dip anything.
Now, when
Donut, soup, potato chips.
When I used to get grilled cheeses at the beach, they put them in this press, and they came out almost like they'd been ironed.
Yeah.
You're obviously doing it very differently here.
Well, we actually do them in a sauté pan, not a non-stick sauté pan on top of the stove. But we do use a press as well. We use a bacon press, or something you can buy at Williams-Sonoma, and they give it a little bit of pressure, so we get a nice consistent crust all the way across the bread. Now, that's really, really important. And sometimes you can't do that unless you put a little pressure on top of it.
When did you first realize you love food?
Well, I think we all love food when we're children, but I think, working with my mother, she managed restaurants, and working with my mother was a real beginning for me and an eye-opener. So I think that's when I realized I really love food. I realized I would want to become a chef when I was working for a French chef in 1977, a gentleman named Roland Hennon, who became my mentor, and made me realize that cooking is about nurturing people. And that nurturing aspect really resonated with me. So that's when I decided to become a professional chef.
You started out as a dishwasher in the kitchen, is that right?
Yeah, dishwashing was something that my mother put me on a milk crate in front of the dishwasher to keep me out of trouble. And you learn so many of the basic skills being a cook, washing dishes, if you think about it. You have to be organized, you have to be efficient,
right.
You have to enjoy repetition. Rituals are really important. You're part of a team. And all of those skills are also what you have to be as a really good cook. And so I think dishwashing for me was great training to become a really good cook, which obviously led me to where I am today.
And you also mastered the business side of it. Who helped you with that?
Well, that's a whole lot of people. And I think that, to do anything really well, I think you have to understand that you have to be focused on what your skill sets are, and understand what you don't know, and gather those individuals around you who know what you don't know. I think that's really an important thing.
Would you admit to your strengths and your weaknesses in that category?
I'm a really good cook. I don't know how to run a dining room, nor do I know a lot about keeping the books.
You're not, which is interesting. You're not a baker, a pastry chef, I mean.
Right.
But obviously, you've said baking is a unifying force.
It is. When you think about the aromas, if you're near a bakery and the aromas of baking bread or cookies, and again, it's unifying because a chocolate chip cookie resonates with a 5-year-old as much as it does with that 5-year-old's parents and grandparents. We all have those wonders. So it really unifies a community, not only in the aromas but the flavors and the memories, and establishing those memories for that younger generation is just a wonderful thing.